Inspiring and tragic, Courtney Hadwin's story unfolds on America's Got Talent, a talent show that won over viewers across the country. With her incredible voice and unique style, Hadwin quickly rose to the top of the competition. What obstacles did she encounter on her path to stardom? Born on July 6, 2004, in the picturesque town of Hartle, County Durham, England, Courtney Hadwin was more than just a newcomer to the music scene. She was an undeniable force within her. Her incredible talent first captivated audiences on American Got Talent. Her life story is sure to bring tears to your eyes. Grew up in a musical household where melodies were always floating around, Courtney's parents Annery and Paul saw her talent for music at a young age, and they and her siblings Melissa and Paul proved that music was in their blood. But what challenges and unexpected setbacks did Courtney face on her path to stardom? Stay tuned to find out. Growing up in Hessen, a charming village in northeast England known for its close-knit community and simplicity, Courtney experienced a nurturing environment. The town had transformed from a bustling mining town into a serene haven ideal for tranquil living, but it had hidden difficulties that nearly crushed her ambitions when she was just 5 years old. Escaped from the chaos of bigger cities, Courtney started her schooling at Hessen Primary and continued at the academy at Schoton Hall in Picturesque, where she stayed until 2018. However, her unquenchable thirst for music pushed her to go beyond the typical educational path. She participated in the theater program at Schoton Hall, went to Peanuts masterclasses, and received vocal training. Attended Kate Sir's School of Music and honed her vocal technique with Julie Mill Vocal Ovation. Her family was aware of her unwavering commitment. Her grandfather often commented on her relentless drive to improve her vocal abilities. She spent endless hours practicing with her coach, and she even performed street performances to pay for her music lessons, demonstrating her determination to achieve. At a tender age, Courtney appeared on the Teen Star stage in Newcastle, England, performing Bob Dylan's Make You Feel My Love. Although she did not come out on top, that performance set the tone for her subsequent intense journey into the world of music competitions. 2017 was a watershed year for Courtney as she competed in Voice Kids UK. Her rendition of Tina Turner's Nutbush City Limits was absolutely jaw-dropping. She proceeded to wow the audience in the semi-finals of the competition by dancing on the street and by covering James Brown's I Got You and I Feel Good. Her vocal prowess and ability to effortlessly blend genres were on full display on The Voice Kids UK. The moment Courtney stepped foot on America's Got Talent, the world took notice. Her performances, especially her cover of Say Something by Christina Aguilera and A Great Big World, captivated the judges and made her a mini-celebrity at school. Her life as a student took a dramatic turn when classmates began approaching her to express their admiration. In 2016, Courtney won the Hartle Performance of the Year award and made it to the Beyond the Lights Award finals. She drew inspiration from a wide range of musical greats, including Little Richard, James Brown, Mick Jagger, and Janis Joplin, with each artist contributing to her unique style. Their admiration was an unusual but thrilling experience. Courtney's unforgettable performance on July 17, 2007, showcased her unique musical identity. The audience was captivated, hanging on her every syllable. Although she did not win the ultimate prize, this event marked a new chapter in her story as she rose above her challenges. As a result of her outstanding performances, her fame grew, and in 2018, she had the incredible opportunity to perform at the South IDE Festival in front of 18,000 people. She opened for the legendary Sister Sledge, and her performance of Otis Redding's Hard to Handle was so moving that Howie Mandel gave her the coveted golden buzzer, which allowed her to skip the pre-show and go straight to the live performances. Courtney's remarkable growth from a shy girl to a confident performer was evident during her competitive stage phases. Howie was moved by her evolution and praised her performance as outstanding. After overcoming the initial stages of America's Got Talent, Courtney faced even more challenging obstacles, which tested her strength and determination. In the quarterfinals, Courtney stole the show with her passionate performance of James Brown's Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. The judges, particularly Simon Cowell, were impressed and advanced her to the semifinals. In the semifinals, She showcased her dynamic range once again by singing Steppenwolf's Born to be Wild and Tina. Though she did not win the top prize, Courtney's journey did not end on AGT. She continued with a series of 5 exciting live performances in Las Vegas at the Paris Hotel in Casino, where she collaborated with magician Shin Lim. Her appearances on AGT became the highlights of the 13th season, amplifying her significant influence on viewers and the show. It wasn't just amazing, it was a breathtaking journey that left a lasting impression on me. Picture this. The spotlight is shining, the atmosphere is electric, and you have the freedom to express your true self. That's what Courtney Hadwin had to say about her time in the entertainment industry in an honest interview with Forbes. The magic that America's Got Talent brought into her life went beyond the usual competition and gave artists a platform to express themselves, transforming it into a real playground for authenticity. Courtney found it liberating to just be herself, relishing the stage lights and the platform. Imagines a sanctuary where she is embraced by a supportive and imaginative atmosphere. It's a place where she feels not only safe but completely herself. The highlights include connecting with other contestants and soaking up the live band's energy. These are the moments she treasures above all others. Although she placed 3rd that season, Courtney's performance of Pretty Little Thing catapulted her to stardom, and she went on to dominate the stage in a special edition of Talent the Champions featuring past outstanding contestants. However, her success wasn't just about her standing, it was about forging a musical identity that would reverberate far beyond the competition. Instead of going straight from The Voice Kids UK to Britain's Got Talent, Courtney shocked everyone by choosing America's Got Talent as her next stop. When asked why she made such a surprising move, she explained that America's Got Talent is the best platform globally and that's where all her musical performances take place. The decision to perform on the most prestigious stage possible was more than just a strategy, it was an aspiration to reach the pinnacle of her artistic expression, connect with the audience on a deep level, and prove that her family wasn't surprised by her success. This is where idols come from. Success on a global scale was something they expected to happen. They had faith in her and thought she would make a big splash in the US, where she would find an audience that would understand her better than those in the UK. In the winter of 2018, she did just that, making waves and leaving an indelible mark on the world stage. When Courtney inked a deal with Arista Records and Simon Cowell's Psycho Entertainment, it was more than just a record deal. It marked her entrance into the exciting and unpredictable music industry, and she was ready to embrace it all. With her record deal in hand and her sights set on international recognition, Courtney was ready to reinvent herself. By 2019, Courtney had transformed her musical talents into something truly remarkable. Her debut album, The Cover Sessions, was an artistic triumph, featuring her unique take on Harry Styles's Sign of the Times, a reimagining of Lil Nas X's Old Town Road, and a moving rendition of Lewis Capaldi's Someone You. In 2020, Courtney released an original song called Happy Xmas War Is Over as a heartfelt gift to her fans. The song was a way for her to reimagine familiar melodies and give them a new sound. It was a way to showcase her musical evolution. In December 2021, she made a guest appearance on How Mandel's podcast. During her visit to the podcast, Courtney revealed to her audience that she was more than just a performer. She was a dynamic, interesting person brimming with stories, dreams, and intrigue. She also opened up about the crippling anxiety she experienced just before her American Idol audition, which the production team thankfully accommodated. Perceptions into her nerves before the performance, but everything changed when she started singing. Her fears faded, and she teased her fans that they would be the first to know about a major announcement about her record label. Her fans were glued to their seats, waiting to find out whether she stayed with Simon. In addition to discussing her artistic aspirations with Cowell's label, the conversation also looked at Courtney's experience competing on The Voice Kids UK, which was both memorable and challenging, despite her enjoyment of the experience. Courtney hopes to one day create music that combines the depth of Amy Winehouse's work with her own personal touch, much like painting on a musical canvas. Performs with Danny Jones, she faced backlash from fans who thought she was too aggressive. This low point in her career served as a reminder that even famous people struggle with self-doubt. Additionally, She had to deal with bullies in real life, some of whom hid behind computers and posted hurtful comments. At school, they taunted and insulted her. Laughter despite this, Courtney courageously persisted in the hopes that her family would watch her success from a distance. Her parents, who were worried but supportive, understood that Courtney needed to find her own way in the music industry. Courtney's father, who brought some reality to the table, pointed out that even famous artists like Ed Sheeran had to deal with massive internet backlash, which forced them to. Courtney, a young British talent, shook things up on America's Got Talent. She didn't just perform, she injected a transatlantic flair that shocked the judges. Despite the challenges she faces, she continues to create music, share her journey, and prove that success can triumph over negativity. Sparked conversations among viewers. Curiously, some viewers voiced their worry that international talents, such as Courtney May, might eclipse local performers. However, a representative for the show reassured viewers that everything is done in accordance with regulations. International participants, like Courtney, start the audition process with temporary visitor visas. If they impress enough to move on to the next round, Courtney had the option of trying out for Britain's Got Talent, but she was driven by a desire to test herself and compete on a national level. Her grandfather Tom pointed out that people in Britain might not fully understand what she stands for, but her family is still behind her. Steadfast in their belief that her purpose is not merely to compete, but to conquer, and conquer she does. Courtney isn't your average contestant. She's a frontrunner with favorable betting odds. As the competition heated up, 46% of the audience bet that she would win after seeing a video of James Brown performing "I Got You, I Feel Good." Courtney's rise to fame persisted, despite the many setbacks she encountered along the way. The competition, though, was full of incredible talent beyond Courtney herself. Magician Shin Lim astounded onlookers with his illusions, and the band Way3 did more than just play. They conveyed meaningful stories that moved Courtney's fans to tears. Everyone is on the edge of their seat, waiting to see who will win this spectacular showdown, and supportive signs are all around, but it's clear that the stage is set for an unforgettable showdown. The air is electric with anticipation, and the competition is fierce. In 2021, Courtney's social media presence on TikTok and Instagram is lively and full of life, and America's Got Talent is a platform where every performance has the power to make or break grand ambitions. Luckily, she has the special talent to effortlessly deflect negativity, making her a beacon of hope for anyone dealing with criticism. She welcomed her followers into her world by sharing videos from the studio, taking them on a journey through her music-making process. Even though she hadn't released any official songs, Courtney kept them engaged by dropping hints of her work, such as a demo called "Keep the Monsters Away." Her online videos transformed into tantalizing glimpses of her songwriting sessions. The mundane turns into something thrilling and exciting as 18-year-old Courtney, who now resides in Los Angeles, works on exciting projects. Her new album is set to be released by late 2022. What makes this even more intriguing is her past revelation about her ambitions to achieve greatness in America and her readiness to uproot her life, taking her family with her. On her path through songwriting, Courtney has crossed paths with major players like Max Martin, who has written hits for Britney Spears and other celebrities. Word on the street is that once the recording is finished, Courtney plans to rush to Pittsburgh, the rock and roll capital of the world, to team up with a new musical collaborator. It would be fascinating to see how her career unfolds. She has gone from being the shy girl who appeared on American Got Talent to a fearless trendsetter who isn't afraid to join in on the latest TikTok trends and who isn't afraid to open up to her fans about her vibrant life experiences. For her 18th birthday, she celebrated in Turkey, belting out songs at a carry-on party. As her star rises, so does her online following. 350,000 people are following her on TikTok, where she has generated over 2 million likes. 500,000 people are following her on Instagram, and 60,000 people are following her on Twitter, all waiting for her to make an announcement. TikTok is where she typically posts her updates. In 2019, a live performance from the cover sessions attracted over 600,000 subscribers and an astounding 30 million views. She demonstrated her versatility by covering tracks like Beggin' by Moonkin and Survivor by Destiny's Child. Her YouTube channel, which launched in 2010, is also an invaluable resource. Listen up, because Courtney is about to release an album that will send shockwaves through the music industry, bringing to mind legends like Janis Joplin. Her career is soaring, thanks in large part to her electrifying audition on American Got Talent, and the excitement surrounding her forthcoming projects shows that she is only at the beginning of her incredible journey. The world soon recognized her as more than just a contestant on America's Got Talent after she released her debut EP, The Cover Sessions, on October 25, 2019. On it, she performed live covers of popular songs, giving new life to hits like Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, Old Town Road by Lil X, Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, and Someone You Loved by L.S. Capaldi. When asked about her musical influences, Courtney casually mentions icons like Little Richard, James Brown, Janis Joplin, Mick Jagger, and several more. This diverse spectrum undoubtedly shapes her distinctive sound, which she was set to showcase throughout her career. She is more than just a teenage sensation. She is an exceptional talent with a voice that transcends her youth. Are we witnessing the tragic story of a young star consumed by fame in Courtney Hadwin's journey? Or is there a hidden story that the public hasn't uncovered? Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like. Woodstock 50 happened to coincide with the festival's 50th anniversary, but fate had other plans, causing significant challenges and the unfortunate cancellation of the event. Courtney Hadwin, a competitor on America's Got Talent in 2018, garnered great attention and love. What secrets has she maintained about herself? And subscribe for music, more. Well, I know there's something going on with your applause behavior. Courtney Hadwin is an English singer and songwriter who rose to fame after competing on America's Got Talent. She was born on July 6, 2004, in Hartle, Poool, County Durham, England, to Anne-Marie and David Hadwin. A long and remarkable career in show business preceded her current success. Paul Hadwin, her two younger sisters, and Courtney were all born into a small village in northeast England. Courtney began singing at the age of 5 and attended Hessen Primary School and the Academy at Showton Hall in Hartle until 2018. Courtney continued her musical education at other institutions, such as Showton Hall, to hone her singing skills. According to her grandpa, Courtney had private singing lessons and even sang in public to pay for them. In 2015, she entered a singing contest in Newcastle, England, called Teen Star, where she performed a cover of Bob Dylan's Make You Feel My Love. She reached the semi-finals. Failed to win the grand finale, but her performances, which included covers of songs by Christina Aguilera and A Great Big World, were well received. Courtney reflected on the experience, saying, "I couldn't walk down the school hallway without someone stopping me to say well done. It felt strange but nice." In 2016, she won the Hartle Performance of the Year award and was a finalist for. Courtney discussed her musical influences in an interview for the Beyond the Lights award. She mentioned a long list of artists, including Little Richard, James Brown, Mick Jagger, Janis Joplin, and many more. Few people know that in 2017, before auditioning for America's Got Talent, Courtney competed in other singing competitions. In her audition for The Voice Kids UK, Courtney sang Tina Turner's Nutbush City Limits, with an infectious energy and a voice that captivated the judges. Danny Jones, in particular, wanted to be Courtney's mentor on the show because of how much he loved her singing. Courtney was thrilled to have Danny as her coach, and she proceeded to the battle round, where she sang Dancing in the Street, in front of two other singers, Ian Green and Holly Furman. Despite the difficulty of the competition, Courtney delivered an outstanding performance, and she advanced to the semifinals, where she sang I Got You, I Feel Good by James Brown, a fun and lively song. Performing, and the audience adored it. It was clear that Courtney had a natural musical talent. In July 2017, she made it to the finals, where she sang a song from Dreamgirls called And I'm Telling You I'm Not Going. Her powerful performance left everyone amazed, but she was eliminated. Aside from her meteoric rise to fame as a result of her performance on The Voice Kids UK and America's Got Talent, Courtney Hadwin is a phenomenal vocalist whose other side goes unrecognized by the public. She recently had the opportunity to open for the band's Sister Sledge at the South IDE Festival. It's exciting, but there are challenges as well. When Courtney first appeared on The Voice UK Kids, she was thrilled to showcase her singing and dancing abilities. She worked hard with her mentor, Danny Jones, and loved performing on stage. Unfortunately, not everyone was on board with her journey. Some of her classmates and internet friends had hateful things to say about her singing style. People online were nasty and left hurtful comments about Courtney's performances, according to her grandfather. The bullying was especially bad after she appeared on America's Got Talent. Despite her rising fame, she still had to deal with a lot of negativity in her everyday life and online. While attending school, Courtney encountered some bullies who were not accustomed to hearing female singers and would mock her, calling her names and claiming that her voice sounded too boyish. Despite this, Courtney remained focused on her music and continued to pursue her passions. Meanwhile, her mom was anxious about the negative attention she was receiving and felt scared. Courtney's dad brought up the fact that even famous people like Ed Sheeran deal with haters. He said that people can be meaner online because they can hide behind a screen and leave nasty comments without any consequences. However, Courtney has learned not to pay attention to those who are nasty, so I can't say I don't support her decision to be in the limelight. Courtney Hadwin's story demonstrates the importance of following one's passion, regardless of the opinions of others. Many were taken aback when she surprised everyone by competing on The Voice Kids UK, but she remained focused on her music and the positive support she received from fans. Despite facing bullying, Courtney remained strong and continued to share her incredible talent with the world. Given the immense popularity of both Britain's Got Talent and America's Got Talent, many were curious as to why Courtney chose the former. In an interview, she explained her decision, saying, "We wanted to do America's Got Talent because it's the biggest show in the world. I felt that AGT was the place to showcase our talents." She felt it would be the best way to showcase her talent to the world because of the massive audience and the fact that many of her idols are American. Courtney also mentioned the joy she felt when people liked her singing. She recalled the feeling of accomplishment she had when performing on stage and seeing the smiles and applause from the audience. Courtney's decision to go to America was a reflection of how big her dreams came true in 2018 when Courtney Hadwin auditioned for America's Got Talent, singing "Hard to Handle" by O.D. Reading. The judges were taken aback by her powerful voice and performance, and Simon Cowell, one of the judges, remarked, "You sing and you're like." Another judge, Ho Mandel, was so impressed by Courtney's performance that he compared her to Janis Joplin, a legendary singer from the past. Since only a small number of contestants get to hear the golden buzzer, this was a major accomplishment. Courtney's audition video swiftly disappeared. In just 5 months, Courtney's audition video went viral, amassing 50 million views on AGT's YouTube channel. On August 14, 2018, she returned for the quarterfinals, this time performing James Brown's Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. Tyra Banks, the show host, boasted that Courtney's audition video had already been viewed over 200 million times. On September 11, she sang Steen Wolf's Born to be Wild. Her performances were. The internet was abuzz with speculation about Courtney's 2017 appearance on The Voice Kids UK, with some questioning whether she was actually as reserved as she appeared. However, her loved ones rallied behind her, stating that she had struggled with shyness since she was a little girl. Courtney herself admitted as much, saying, "In the last American Idol show on September 19th, Courtney performed Peace on My Heart with the rock band The Struts. Although she didn't win the grand prize, she was invited to perform in Las Vegas with the winner, Shin Lim. From November 2nd to 4th, 2018, she had 5 incredible live shows at the Paris Hotel in Casino. Courtney's incredible voice wowed everyone on America's Got Talent, but that wasn't all she accomplished at the tender age of 14. On America's Got Talent, The Champions, she performed an original song titled Pretty Little Thing. This performance was a watershed moment for Courtney, marking the beginning of her thrilling music career in October 2019. For her debut EP, The Cover Sessions, Courtney covered a variety of popular songs, including Sign of the Times by Harry Styles, Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, Sucker by the Jonas Brothers, and Someone You Loved by Leezy's Kaylee. Critics praised Courtney's unique style and the way her powerful voice brought each song to life. a voice and a spirit that were youthful yet profound.